News.
I hope this all gets resolved before we get back.
Bracing for turbulence, drastic flight cuts set to begin in just a matter of hours. The impact already being felt as the government shutdown drags on.
Plus, more SNAP funding on the way right now to hopefully feed the hungry when the money could start showing up in your account.
It's going to be a cold night across Connecticut. The latest on some temperature swings over the coming days, plus the latest on not one, but 2 rounds of rain heading into and over the upcoming weekend. That's ahead in the First Alert forecast.
Now on Channel 3 and streaming on WFSB+. This is Eyewitness News at 11.
First up right now at 11, we start with trouble for travelers. Starting tomorrow, the FAA will be cutting flights at some of the nation's busiest airports. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Mark Zinni.
And hi, everyone. I'm Erin Connolly. Those cancellations are all in the name of safety as the government shutdown has led to a shortage of air traffic controllers.
Tonight, Amanda Callahan is your reporter at Bradley International Airport with more on the impacts already being felt.
40 airports will see a 10% reduction in flights. Bradley isn't on the list, but a number of those impacted airports are here on the arrival and departure boards, meaning the travelers flying in and out of Bradley will likely face a ripple effect.
So are you concerned about getting home on Sunday?
A little bit, yeah, not gonna lie.
They had a delay because of another delay.
Travel chaos is set to begin at airports across the country. The FAA announced it is cutting 10% of flights at 40 of the country's busiest airports due to staffing shortages caused by the government shutdown. Air traffic controllers have been working without pay since October 1st. Because of that, starting Friday morning, 4% of flights will be cut, gradually increasing to 10%, likely by sometime next week. Impacted airports are located in major travel hubs like New York, Chicago, and Boston. But the effects are trickling down to smaller airports too, like Bradley.
I got a notification for my return flight on Sunday.
Even though the cuts start tomorrow, passengers like Ely Sharin already had their travel impacted.
I left this morning from St. Louis. My layover was in Charlotte. I was supposed to have, I think, a 1.5 layover, which turned out to be 3, if not longer.
Airlines are warning passengers to be on the lookout for schedule changes and to get to the airport even earlier than usual.
Traveling to Washington, D.C., I was a little concerned that there would be lines, and I had actually heard from one of my clients that it was busier earlier today, so I gave myself a little bit of extra time. That's the nightmare scenario, sort of getting stuck in line and missing a flight.
But some travelers say it's been smooth sailing so far.
It was actually excellent. I came in from Dallas. There were no delays. Did get to the airport early just in case. Everybody was on time.
If your flight is canceled, you do have rights as a passenger no matter what airline you're flying. If your flight is canceled or delayed more than 3 hours, you're entitled to a full refund. You should get that refund within a week to your credit card or within 20 days if you're using another payment method. You can also ask the airline for a meal voucher or for them to reimburse your hotel. However, they're not required to do so. Your reporter in Windsor Locks, Amanda Callahan, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
A federal judge is ordering the Trump administration to fully fund SNAP benefits in November, and the money needs to go out tomorrow. The administration was previously offering to cover 65% of the program. During a hearing today, the judge said the administration has not acted quickly enough to release those funds. The USDA must now tap into a contingency fund to make the full payments to states.
Meanwhile, back here tonight, state lawmakers coming up with a longer-term solution for Connecticut residents relying on SNAP. They're going into a special session next week to put $500 million into a budget reserve fund to help fund the program. The money will come from the state's surplus and will help fund benefits for 3 months. Meanwhile, state lawmakers now calling for leaders in Washington to end the shutdown.
We all need to be calling on both sides of the aisle, Democrats too, to come to the table and come up with a compromise, because this impasse at the federal level is hurting everybody.
Now, the House is expected to vote Wednesday, the Senate on Thursday. Once approved, money would be loaded onto EBT cards.
If you've spent any time outside this evening, you know it is chilly. We are down 20 to 25 degrees compared to this time last night. Yesterday in the 11 o'clock hour, we were in the 50s. We are currently going from the 30s soon into the 20s. We're a degree away from that right now in Salisbury, 31 just below freezing in Meriden, 38 Willimantic, and along the shoreline, 37 New Haven also right now from Groton. So our sky is primarily clear. We've got winds that are going calm, so that drop will continue. We're forecasting 25 to near 30 inland, 30 to 35 along the shoreline, so certainly a frosty start to our Friday. Dress accordingly as you step out, start your Friday for the ride to school. Again, in the 30s. By lunch and recess, upper 40s and low 50s. A nice rebound despite an increase in cloud cover tomorrow. 55 to near 60 with a developing southwesterly breeze. We're dry through the daylight hours. We're dry through early evening. First Alert Futurecast showing showers arriving about 24 hours from now. We'll have much more on this initial round of rain when it wraps up, and more rain before the weekend is over ahead of the First Alert 7-day.
All right, we will see you then. Mark, thank you. We are following developing news right now after a deadly night on the roads in two different communities. First in Meriden, where a person was hit and killed by a car on North Broad Street, right near Westfield Road. There's no word if the driver stayed at the scene. Police are still investigating what happened.
Police in Newtown right now investigating after a person was hit and killed by a vehicle tonight as well. This happened on Old Hollyville Road, right by the exit 9 off-ramp from 84. Police are looking for a commercial vehicle that was parked in that area. Call police if you have any information.
A scare at Oxford Airport after a small plane went off the runway tonight at Waterbury Oxford Airport. It went down an embankment and right into a ditch. Police tell us no one was hurt, but it's unclear right now how this happened, and the incident is under investigation.
Change is coming right now to downtown New Haven after a wild shootout over Halloween weekend. 4 people were shot, including a teenager who died. This weekend, police will set up posts downtown, along with more roving officers who can respond to incidents more quickly. There will be extra officers on the bar detail as well, as the city said they are working on ways to crack down on violence stemming from nightclubs.
We're looking into what the state statute allows us to do to potentially increase the regulation on the 18 to 21-year-old parties that we see at some of the clubs, because clearly that's a driver of a lot of people coming from out of town.
Now, going forward on big nights like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve, the chief said that they will be calling in officers like they do for a major event like the road race and parades.
Also new tonight at 11, a daring rescue at sea today after a sailboat from Connecticut sank off the coast of North Carolina. The boat was headed from Stonington to the Bahamas when it began taking on water about 250 miles from Cape Hatteras. All 5 people on board were abandoning ship into a life raft when a Coast Guard helicopter arrived. Thankfully, everyone was lifted to safety.
Well, take a look at this, a really bizarre heist. Right on 91 in Windsor, police say 2 men were trying to steal DOT signs. You can see them right here stacked in the back of a pickup truck. Police say they caught up with the vehicle near exit 37. Not hard to miss. Troopers arrested Jonathan Raupel and Andrew Lampkin, both from Vernon. They are due in court later this month.
Well, thousands of people in Enfield, Summers, and East Windsor could see their water bills nearly double. The water company says it has not increased rates in 16 years, but it needs to now by 72%. Your reporter Dylan Fearon breaks down the proposal that has a lot of people furious.
And a 72% increase suddenly is a huge increase right now.
Brian Deming isn't happy about potentially paying more for water, but Brian works full-time. He's a school teacher. He'll make it work. He's looking out for other folks in town on fixed incomes.
I'm very passionate to make sure that everybody is treated equally and fairly.
One of the people furious over the proposed increase is Doris Poirier.
Absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry I'm so angry. This is absolutely unheard of.
So Brian emailed us hoping we'd get answers on why there's such a massive increase on the table. And we did. Hazardville says its expenses are up 11% in the last 5 years, while revenue up just 3.5%. The water company says it hasn't increased rates in 16 years, and that the average customer will pay an extra $22 per month.
A lot of people in Enfield are fixed income families that can't afford these huge rate increases.
James Soroka is speaking to Pura, which regulates the state's water companies. Pura will have to approve the proposed increase and is mulling it over. The extra 72% would be on people's quarterly bills.
I thought someone doesn't have a conscience. And this is just a ploy to raise it probably to 40 or 50% and make us happy to pay it.
The bottom line is I'd like to know what really they need this increase for, because improving quality of service isn't really justifying to me why you need an increase of this magnitude.
Now, we were hoping the water company would be making an official comment today, but when we asked for one, we were told the president wasn't in the office today and wouldn't be making a statement. This back and forth certainly will last months, as Pura will be making its final decision on May 1st. I'm your reporter in Enfield tonight, Dylan Fear, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Still ahead tonight, a legal victory for a teacher who was shot by a 6-year-old student. The trial that could set a new precedent on who's responsible for school shootings.
Plus, the death toll rising. New video shows what happened as a UPS plane crashed and exploded in Kentucky.
And also ahead tonight, slimming down the cost of weight loss drugs. The deal that could make them a lot more affordable and easier to get.
What do you think about me?
With Sydney Sweeney, CBS Tonight.
Tonight, a 13th person confirmed dead after that UPS cargo plane crashed in Kentucky. And we're also getting some more video that you have to see about what happened. The clip recorded on dash cam right there shows the plane streak by before slamming into nearby businesses. Workers were left running for their lives. 9 people on the ground tonight are still unaccounted for. The jet went down Tuesday after an engine separated from a wing while taking off. Investigators say they'll release a preliminary report within a month.
A jury awarded $10 million to a teacher who was shot by her 6-year-old student. The civil suit claimed the assistant principal failed to act on concerns that the student brought a gun to school, and the trial could set a precedent on who to hold accountable for school shootings.
After deliberating for about 5.5 hours, a jury in a civil trial today awarded $10 million to a former Virginia elementary school teacher, Abby Zwerner, who was shot by her 6-year-old student.
If this doesn't send a message to the schools of America that teacher safety and children's safety from weapons is too important to make it a second thought.
Zwerner sued ex-assistant principal Ebony Parker, alleging Parker failed to act on concerns the student had brought a gun to school in January of 2023. Zwerner was shot in the chest and hand. Her lawyer accused Parker of ignoring warnings the student had a gun at school, saying it was Parker's job to make sure everyone on campus was safe. Parker's attorneys have argued no one could fathom a child so young would bring a gun to school and carry out a shooting.
Level of concern was not high. Mr. Rawls had said it wasn't a credible threat. He told you that. She agreed that age is a factor in determining whether to body search a 6-year-old.
Parker did not take the stand, but was in court throughout the trial.
This verdict reminds people that you will be held accountable if you don't make that your first concern.
The verdict could set a precedent on who shoulders the blame when children have access to guns and carry out school shootings.
Now, the student who shot Zwerner was not charged, but his mother was sentenced to nearly 4 years behind bars on child neglect and federal weapons charges.
Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon died this morning after a wild investigation. According to Frisco, Texas police, Nealon led officers on a car chase before crashing his car. He then fled on foot, and officers found him with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Nealon played in 7 games this season and just scored his first touchdown with the team on Monday. Team officials issued a statement calling the 24-year-old, quote, a beloved teammate.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced today that she will not seek re-election. The 85-year-old Democrat says she will retire from Congress when her term ends after nearly 40 years in Washington. She is the only woman to serve as House Speaker, a position she held twice, first from 2007 to 2011 and again from 2019 to 2023. 2023. Pelosi will continue to represent California's 11th congressional district for the remainder of her term until 2027.
Well, thousands of Starbucks workers are threatening to go on strike right now, exactly 1 week from tonight. That is the same day as Starbucks' annual Red Cup Day, one of its biggest sales events of the year when all those free red cups are handed out. The union's asking for increased hours for employees and higher take-home pay. In a statement, the company said that they are disappointed the union voted to authorize a strike instead of coming to the bargaining table.
President Trump announced a deal with pharmaceutical companies that could make popular weight loss drugs more affordable. For people paying directly for Wegovy or Zepbound, the average price will drop to about $350 for a 1-month supply, eventually going down to $245. As part of the new agreement, coverage for those drugs, known as GLP-1s, will expand to Medicare patients. The administration says the goal is to improve both access and affordability. The drugs will be available next year through a website set up by the Trump administration called Trump RX.
All right, it is Thursday. That means we get an update on the drought monitor, and there's a notable change, improvement compared to last week. You can see no longer any moderate drought, and in fact, the abnormally dry, that shade of yellow, shrinking across Connecticut. Now, that being said, as we look at our official climate reporting stations, Hartford and Bridgeport, for the month, for the season, going back to the beginning of September, still running deficits, but we have made some headway back in a surplus for Hartford, and not as bad of a deficit for Bridgeport, but still have a ways to go. Currently, we're dry across Connecticut, of course, on the state's only live radar, but by this time tomorrow, it will be showing showers moving across southern New England. So across the region right now, some high clouds spilling overhead, but also eroding. So mainly clear tonight. So out the door tomorrow morning, upper 20s, low 30s inland, mid and upper 30s along the shoreline. And our Friday otherwise is dry during the daylight hours. Bit of a brighter start, some scattered clouds, becoming partly to mostly cloudy as we head through the afternoon. We're dry through the evening commute, and temperatures tomorrow are going to be trending milder because of a change in wind direction. So despite that chilly start, the wind tomorrow up out of the south-southwest, gusting around 20-25 miles an hour. Not terribly strong, but it is that wind direction that's going to help to bring in that milder air. Mid and upper 50s inland, low 50s across the hills of northwest Connecticut, closer to 60 along the 95 corridor. So for tomorrow evening, if you have plans to take you out and about, perhaps to Friday night football, our game of the week, South Windsor at East Hartford, a nearly steady temperature in the mid 50s with a rising chance for showers as the evening moves forward in time. You can see this band of showers off to our west at 7 p.m. and new since earlier today, the arrival a couple hours later. So here's 10, 11 o'clock showing those showers getting closer to the 84 corridor and certainly still winding down by daybreak on Saturday. So Saturday starts cloudy, but quickly we turn much brighter, which bodes well for any sort of outdoor activities, of course, this weekend. We've got Duke taking on the Yukon Huskies. Kickoff is at 3:30. By then, we're in the low 60s, but even before that, if you're tailgating, looking quite nice as well. Lots of sunshine. The sunglasses certainly a necessity. Saturday afternoon, we top out between 60 and 65 degrees. Then for Sunday, it is a cloudier day with a rising chance for showers, and temperatures will be relatively cooler, but still above average, 55 to 60. So this active weather pattern continues. We've got the system moving through Friday night. Here comes our next one on Sunday evening. It's going to bring an unsettled start to the upcoming work week. So Monday, looking at least some rain in the morning. If this continues to, say, intensify, we'd consider a first alert weather day for the start of the new work week. But perhaps the bigger story, what happens as the storm lifts away on the back side of it, a northwesterly flow will send a shot of cold and windy air in our direction for Veterans Day on Tuesday. So Monday, again, wet to start, breezy, upper 40s, low 50s. But by Tuesday, highs only between 40 and 45. And remember, it's going to be windy. When you factor that wind in, it's going to feel more like the 30s. Otherwise, we're dry Tuesday, dry Wednesday into Thursday with temperatures turning relatively milder, back to 50 to around 55.
Okay, Mark, thank you very much. Still ahead tonight, Hartford getting a big jump start on the holiday season.
Yeah, coming up next, a lot more on the special events planned to make the season bright.
Connecticut Broadcasters Association Hall of Fame inductee.
All right, all these Thanksgiving and Christmas commercials, but it's still hard for some to believe it's November. Today, Hartford revealed big plans for the holiday season. City leaders kicked off the Hartford for the Holidays campaign. All sorts of special events being planned starting November 15th, running right through January 11th. There's a big winter fair set for Union Station with more than 30 vendors and small businesses. There's also the tree lighting in Bushnell Park, and of course, all the free ice skating and fun when Winterfest kicks off November 28th.
You can go down and see Santa Claus down at Bushnell Park and then throw on a pair of skates and go skating right there at Bushnell Park, as thousands from all over the state do every single year.
Now, the city has a full list of all the great events planned. We have a link to it right now on our website and the WFSB app.
Another sure sign the holidays are on the horizon. The 2025 Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is on its way to New York City. Crews cut down the 75-foot-tall Norway spruce in East Greenbush, New York, which is about 150 miles away from Manhattan. The tree will be decorated with more than 50,000 lights and then crowned with a 9-foot crystal star. The tree lighting show is set for December 3rd.
Well, some of your favorite childhood pastimes are heading for enshrinement in the National Toy Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the National Museum of Play, which is located in Rochester, New York, ushered in the class of 2025 today, and it featured Battleship, Trivial Pursuit, and Slime.
Yeah, Battleship is one of the earliest strategic war games created back in 1890. Trivial Pursuit, challenging players for decades with all the hard questions, selling more than 100 million copies. And Slime has a big reputation for entertaining kids, while of course frustrating parents.
And making a mess.
Still ahead for you tonight, she is chasing Olympic dreams one race at a time.
How our athlete of the week is sprinting toward the world stage.
All right, looking ahead to the upcoming weekend after some showers later tomorrow evening. Cloud cover early Saturday quickly gives way to clearing, so our sky turns bright. It's going to be quite nice temperature-wise, too, above average by nearly 10 degrees as we top out between 60 and 65. So certainly mild. The pick of the weekend because Sunday is going to be a bit cloudier with a rising chance for showers later in the day and becoming breezy. Of course, enjoy it because next week we've got the chilliest air in nearly 6 months arriving Monday into Tuesday.
Danino.
Well, the best long-distance runners here in the state went at it this week in the Connecticut Cross Country State Open.
And tonight, your sports reporter Dan Booth is taking us to Old Lyme High School, where our Porter and Chester Institute Athlete of the Week is running her way into a bright future.
She was the best in Connecticut on that day. That's a big deal.
After knocking on the door year after year, Old Lyme senior Chase Gilbert finally broke through, winning the cross-country state open in convincing fashion.
It feels so good. I mean, it's kind of relieving in a way, but also, I worked really hard for it, and I knew that I deserved to get it.
She finished in 3rd place as a freshman. She missed the race her sophomore year while battling an injury, and then she came in 3rd place again as a junior, but she knew senior year was her year.
Throughout the summer and then leading up to now in November, I feel like I just was like, it's time to shine. We have to go. And I'm so happy that I was able to, meet my goal.
It comes from within. She really, really wants to be good. And it's not like me making her do a thing. She wants it, and she's excited for all the training every day.
Great coaching plays a key role in putting high school athletes on the right path to reach their full potential. Chase has the incredible opportunity to learn from Coach Merrill, who ran professionally for years in the Olympics for Team USA and in other major events all around the world.
I was in the Olympics in the 1500 meter back in 1976 when that was the longest event for female runners, and I won the Pan Am gold in the 3,000 in 1979 and the 1,500 in 1975. And I also was on, I'm very proud of, I believe, 6 world cross-country teams and was a silver medalist in the world as an individual in 1981 in Spain.
She's a role model because she has gone through it all, and that's something I want to be like too. I want to be like her. So yeah, we're just following the footsteps and listening to every word she says.
Gilbert's excited about running for the University of Virginia next year, and after learning so much from Coach Merrill, she's dreaming about one day having the chance to run on the world world stage.
I'm hoping that they can take her to that next level that brings her to the Olympic trials. That's her goal. She wants to get to that high. And so I think she has that capacity that way.
Having a shot at representing the United States, that'd be awesome, being a pro runner. So we're just going to do what we need to do until then and listen to my coach.
Long distance runner Chase Gilbert is our Porter and Chester Institute Athlete of the Week. In Old Lyme, Dan Booth, Channel 3, Eyewitness Sports.
Wow. Well, she's incredible, but so is the coach.
I know, very much so. We wish them the best.
And if you're running tomorrow morning, you'll need the compression. It's going to be on the chilly side. Get out the tights.
All right.
After that, a nice rebound.
Okay. Got to find my tights. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight.
Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Financial Credit Union. Freedom to soar.